Good evening, YouTube and Twitch. This is Harmony Muse. No, your eyes were not deceiving you. I was spending some time as a red mage working on Etherpool in between sessions. What the hell are you wearing? Swine body. Oh, you're literally wearing a stuffed pig suit. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I was working on Etherpool, so when I got to level 60, I'd have a Kinna weapon waiting for me. I realized I could just as easily just buy a Shire weapon, but, Hello, Crendashate. Good to have you. I went to the wrong ass place. Whoopsie daisy. Well, defecation occurs. Officially making Ishgard my home Aetheryte point for now. Would seem that we shall not want for employment over the coming days, though that was never the doubt. Our host's initial reluctance to accept our offer of aid was solely for appearance's sake. In truth, he is glad of this opportunity to put us to work. By granting us patronage, House Fortom has taken a tremendous risk. Until we demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large, the Count will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters great and small. And so he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, while simultaneously keeping his sons in check. 'Tis an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. And as you go about helping our two lords with their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances in Ishgard, mayhap even new allies. Yes, the more I think about it, the more confident I am that by furthering their goals, you'll further our own. We have a steward, we have a lower ranking manservant, we have a cabin boy. I'm not even going to bother to ask. Now what does Amanalaine want? When a man like Lord Amanalaine is in high spirits, you can be sure that trouble is in store. Shall we be off then, old girl? Ah, but where are my manners? Amanalaine de Fortom, second son of Count Edmont de Fortom. Trueborn, that is. Yes, yes, I know what you're thinking, and you're absolutely right. What ill fortune to be second in a society where the eldest inherits all. Oh, my brother would never cut me off, 'tis true, but who could be satisfied subsisting on a meager allowance, ever overshadowed by his sibling? Not I, old girl, not I. Which is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the Sea of Clouds goes swimmingly, so the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in the people's hearts. Or better yet, raise me higher in their estimations in Artoriel. Ambitious I grant you, but then I do have a legendary hero to my bidding. Ha ha ha! Oh, don't look at me that way. I jest. Anyway, we're to aid the good men and women of House Hallionart. They have ever been steadfast friends to our house, though they've fallen on hard times since a calamity, poor blighters. As for what precisely we'll be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We'll need to take the airship to Camp Cloudtop. Okay, so he plans to use me as a pack mule, and here is the older son. And he's less than eager to brief me on the mission. Let us begin anew, Mistress Baldwin. I am Sir Artoriel de Forton, eldest son of Count Edmond de Forton. You will forgive my outburst, I hope. I meant no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted me, unlike some. Orschfont has spoken of you often. Even if you are half the woman he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then. We will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of houses Durandare and Zamel. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, shall I take it? Ah, well, suffice to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture. But we shall speak more of that anon. First, we must need secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo stables in Foundation. I'm about to hate life, aren't I? I've been told about this place called the Sea of Clouds. Thank you, buddy, thank you. And it looks like one of my quest chains is taking me there. Lovely. Okay. We're going to deal with Artoriel first, even if he is a chode. Reason being, Artoriel is at least honest about disliking me, where Madeleine is very much a, oh, I've got a pack mule, I've got a pack mule. So yeah, no, we're gonna go work for Artoriel. I'd rather be honestly treated like shit than, you know, have hot air blown up my ass. Greetings, Mistress Baldwin. I've saddled a black chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands per Lord Artoriel's instruction. Will this be your first time riding a black chocobo, may I ask? If so, you're in for a treat. As I dare say you know, this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, they can carry you quite high, too, even over Snowcloak. You needn't worry about directing the bird, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself. So just relax and enjoy the view. Oh, and be sure not to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please. Okay. Kurthus Western Highlands, okay. And music that speaks of gloom and despair.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity.
Okay.
Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken, that the knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim.
Well, maybe if we had Ishgardian Knights on Cartno. Well, actually, no. Bahamut would have happened anyway.
Nest. Once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, she came.
Alright. Now where is Arturiel? The world looks quite different when viewed from the back of an airborne chocobo, does it not? I still find the experience strangely liberating. To business. Sir Redwald is in charge here. He should be expecting us. Well, before we speak to Mr. Redwall, let's speak to the Chocobo Keep. And get our Aetheryte. And just for shiggles, we're gonna go see what it's like to do a fate here in Heavensward. If it's gonna be as shit. Ooh, silver wolves. These ones actually are pretty... Well, these ones actually do live up to the difficulty. Oh! A crit of almost 4,000. Friendo, did you see that? I realize I'm bragging over shit I got no point to brag about, because I know as a bard you're used to seeing those kind of numbers usually. $21,000, okay. Not too shabby. And far better than what we got for a level 50 Fate back up in Mordana. Not too bad. But it was a waste of time. Let's speak to Redwald. Let's see what you've got for me, pal. Holy crap! Humans! In Ishgard! No kidding! Thought they were almost 95% Elazen. It has been far, far too long, Lord Arturiel, and who might your companion be? Pray forgive us our lateness, Sir Redwald. I present to you Wilhelmina Baldwin, Ward of House Fortolm. Ah, yes, of course. Lord Driamont spoke of you. I, Sir Redwald of House Durandare, do bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. How may we be of service? Before we speak of that, would I be correct in assuming that Mistress Baldwin is unfamiliar with our recent history? Then, with your permission, I shall recount the tale for her benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights and some few villagers, and then came the calamity. They're talking about 1.0 times. When it became clear that the snow would stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement and the entirety of the Western Highlands were to be abandoned. Again, 1.0 stuff. Abandoned to the heretics. Lady Iceheart and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of the heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is the key to accomplishing these objectives, but as you can see, rebuilding the hamlet will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection. Any assistance you can offer will be greatly appreciated. As promised, we of House Fortom are at your disposal, Sir Redwald. You need but tell us where to begin. Oh, so there's a branching. Okay. What do you have for me now, pal? Ooh. This is where I could get 115. This would be great if I didn't drop everything on getting the gear that I have on now. Several craftsmen in service to House Zamel are contributing to the restoration at Falcon's Nest. These men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but their progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Roth, the foreman, tells me he has need of a woman of your talents. Would you be so kind as to seek him out? One moment, I'm getting beeped at. So goes find Roth. Yes, I'm Roth, and who might you be? Ah, the promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I've the honor of overseeing this fine mess you see before you. Sent me over on one of them blackbirds, same as you, to build and mend and tell the others how to build and mend. But fury take me, this ice, it's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. Yeah, it's icicle sprites, I tell ya. Mark my words, there are pockets of them here and there just waiting for me to turn my back so they can sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to it. If you stand watch long enough, you're sure to find them. They're not up here. I'm liking the architecture. It's very much a feeling of power, yet bleakness. So this is the new combat music for Heavensward, no kidding. It again has that same gothic, feeling of bad things happening. Yes, I just walked a set of mechanical armor, a vehicle, right into their home while they were eating. I'm a bit of an asshole that way. Oh, that was a waste. Not cool, man. Hisatsu Chitin only lasts about 8 seconds. Well, I can't take the shortcut over, so... Anybody wondering about the name? When you go to create or name your chocobo, it asks you to pick a name between 2 and 20 characters. So I picked... Oh. Shit. Let me check that. We're done. Time to go back to Roth. See what he has to say. Ah. Okay, so that's how it handles it. Ha! Now there's a woman who looks like she's found her marks. You're just the sort we need around here. The kind of little hop, too, when she sees a task undone. Okay, now give me my money. Certified statue. You're a dab hand at Warcraft, I can tell. And Starcraft, and Command and Conquer. And Dune 2. Wasn't all that great at Total Annihilation, though. Not that I have any skills of arm or skill at arms to speak of, mind. But it doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. Be a waste to keep yourself when there are others out there who need your help same as me. So if you're keen to keep on doing what you've done, I'd ask you to head north to the pike. That bloody huge statue out in the wastes if you've never been. Mason by the name of Thieramont is out there tending to the thing. Good man, Thieramont, but I reckon he's taken too much work or taken on too much work for one. Might be there's something you can do for him. Oh, this one we actually have to manually explore the hard way. That business of having the area fully mapped out when we get there, that was a 2.0 thing. We don't get that luxury no more. That looks like the immortal... That looks like a statue of the God Emperor from Warhammer 40k. Hail to you, traveler! What brings you out this way? Foreman Roth bid you assist me? Well, far be it from me to turn down a helping hand. I've been tasked with the restoration of this sculpture. 5 years of neglect have not been kind, to say the least. Fortunately, I've just the thing for it. Rather, the deep eyes have it. If you could slay 3 and bring me their bristles, I'd be in your debt. That's one. I'm gonna check something really quick. level 62, all my stuff is Kenki gauge. Okay. That's good to know. What do we get at 62? Hisatsu Shinten. Ooh. Very nice. Useful under the effect of open eyes. I'll probably learn what open eyes is when I hit 15. Or 58, rather. Anyway, let's get back to giving this guy his bristles from the... Yeah. There you are. Have you the bristles? Here you go. Ah, feel how coarse that is? That's why they're perfect for scrubbing the soot off this statue. Beautiful, isn't it? It's the spitting image of Haldrath, first of the Azure Dragons and one of Ishgard's founding fathers. A symbol of everything the Dravanians despise, which is why they've taken to searing it with dragon fire every time they pass by. But no longer will we suffer this desecration of our nation's hero. Soon the statue will be as it once was, a proud shining testament to the determination of Ishgard, and a message to the heretics that we have returned. The work may be hard and the conditions harsh, but as a proud Ishgardian I could ask for no greater honor. Okay, we'll give him my money. Good man. Might as well go ahead and get my trial on or my duty on while I'm waiting. Lord Halkiness, he has a favor to ask. Are you for Falcon's Nest? If so, then I have a favor to ask. There's this knight, Sir Isidore, stationed at the anvil to the west of here. She's always treated me with kindness and respect, more than I deserve, to be honest. Anyway, while you were away, she came through on patrol, and I think she might have left a package behind. It's a bit of a detour, but could you mind returning it to her? My thanks, friend. How much you want to bet that we go over there and we find this lady friend of his is like all sorts of dead? But yeah, Kurth's Western Highlands was an area that was in the game in 1.0 that they took out because there was because back at the time there was a whole lot of land that was just a whole lot of nothing. So they thinned it out. And they justified a lot of what happened because this was green area back in the day. They justified taking it out with the same reason they justified Kurthus being all covered in snow these days, by the calamity that Bahamut wrought when it was summoned. What's that? A package? I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about. Confound it, that fool of a... what a waste. It was a gift, adventurer. Theramalt labors day and night without regard for his own well-being. At the very least, he ought to try to eat better. Why not simply give it to him? By the Fury, have you no sense of decorum? A highborn knight can not be seen favoring a lowborn mason in such a manner. Nevertheless, I appreciate your concern, as well your willingness to assist Theramalt. May your journey back to Falcon's Nest be safe and swift. Pray give my regards to Sir Redwald. So she's sweet on the guy, but can't dare say it because she's a noble knight and he's a filthy commoner. People place too much importance on status. Oh, it's like I remember going to church as a little kid, and this is as much as I'll talk about religion, and being told, "Oh, don't talk to those people in that pew. They're poor." And we all know if they just worked, they wouldn't be so poor. This was said of somebody I considered damn near a best friend. The mother had brain cancer, had brain tumors. And the father, while yes, he was a drunk, was disabled. So he didn't work because he was disabled, and she couldn't work because, she was dying. And the busybodies at the church treated this family like they deserved being poor. They deserved to suffer because they didn't work hard enough. That's what this whole lowborn, highborn crap reminds me of. I must applaud your initiative, Mr. Baldwin. Roth tells me you've been quite busy. Alas, we have not the time to thank you properly. I have a task which would commit all able-bodied men and women. You and Lord Artois. Oh, that's not Artoriel. It's Artois. Oh, it's Artoirel, I think. I'm just going to say Artoriel because it's easier. Science Institute, Sir Redwold is glad to have veterans like you to whom we can turn. Calm as ever, even when you must surely sense the gravity of the situation. A veteran through and through, just as Lord Driamont said. Good. We have lost contact with the recon party sent north to Riversmeet in search of heretics' hideaway. Whether they were attacked or met some other misfortune, we know not. But regardless of the cause, we must act quickly, for this is a harsh, unforgiving land which can claim and has claimed the lives of many men. To ensure we find our missing knights as quickly as possible, I have assigned each party a different area to search. You and Lord Artoirel will be working together. Seek him out when you're ready to depart. Good luck. It seems we have been assigned to the area near Camp Riversmeet, Mr. Spaldwin. Lest you are unaware, the camp was one of many our knights were forced to abandon when we withdrew from the Curthus Western Highlands, one of many sacrifices we have made in the wake of the calamity. It would not surprise me if our knights took shelter there. There is but one way to find out. Let us be off. And again, what I said was not an indictment of religion. It was an indictment of the concept of one class of people being better than another. The concept that a lot of people have that the poor deserve to be poor, and that's why they're poor, so why help them? Or that the suffering deserve their lot, so why do we help them? Why have charity? You can tell we haven't unlocked the story or the speed up for this area, so it's awful pokey. Will we get up there? Good question. Should we try? That's an even better question. Now, people might argue that me talking about that is violating my self-imposed rule about avoiding politics, but that's less politics and more talking about human nature and doing what is quote-unquote the right thing to do. And there is Artoirel. There below us, Camp Riversmeet, or what remains of it. I see no way to descend the cliff safely from here. Should we fall, the beasts below would make short work of us. Come, I know a path to the riverbed below, east of Black Iron Bridge. If the reconnaissance party came this way, I see no sign of it. Still, it is possible that recent storms have obscured their trail, or that they may have took an alternate route to Camp Riversmeet. Until we investigate the camp itself, we cannot be certain. We must press on. Okay, this place is officially fucking huge. Place is covered in nasties, and the aetherite frozen over, magically frozen over at that. That's not even Bohemian. We're not. Gaunt figure. What do you have for me, 9090? Are you all right? I heard sounds of struggle.
Thank the Fury. I thought no one would come.
3 heretics slain and 1 knight saved, just like that. You certainly live up to your reputation, Mistress Baldwin. What happened here, sir? Is there no one else?
We were caught up in a furious blizzard north of here, my lord.
That was in character, by the way.
Naught but white all around, until we saw shapes moving towards us, running towards us with naked steel in their hands. I cut down a few of the bastards who came close, but the others, there was shouting and screaming. And after a while I could only hear unfamiliar voices. I found my way to the camp, hoping to hide while the storm passed.
But the heretics tracked you here.
Aye. My lord, the heretics' hideaway lies somewhere to the north. We must move quickly, before the snow buries all traces of their passing. For my brothers, we must...
Have faith, sir. Justice will be done. But first, we must see you to safety. Iceheart. Oh, shit. Lord Artois himself. He has the right of it, Mistress Baldwin. Whatever remains of the heretic's trail will be gone by the next snowfall, but we cannot very well leave our friend here. I will see him to Falcon's Nest and gather reinforcements. In the meantime, I would have you search the area to the north of the camp for signs of the attack. Should you pick up the heretics' trail, do not wait for me. Follow it back to their lair forthwith, and be sure to leave some clear footprints. I realize this plan may place you in considerable danger, but I see no alternative. Rest assured, we will not be far behind, and Wilhelmina, thank you. Okay. I'm sure my #1 fan, if she's watching, knows exactly who I'm talking about. Or knew exactly who I was talking about. And again, that was in no way meant to be an indictment of religion or of that particular church at all. It's more a matter of classism in any society, really. I mean, hell, look at the cliquishness in a high school. You have the, oh, don't associate with them. They're the weird kids. Oh, that's that strange kid who has no friends and plays Dungeons and Dragons. Or, oh, that kid, his parents are poor and his mom has divorced his dad. I'm going to be synced down to level 52. And we always have... Oh, I'm in Duty Finder. Well, bye-bye Duty Finder. The tracks continue to the north. Find the heretic's hiding place. Okay. So I'm tracking footprints, okay. The tracks continue to the north. And more footprints. Tracks continue to the north. And because I am in a... a spineless heretic. I screwed up the combo again. By not watching what I was doing. Help! Somebody help! He said. Stay away from me! You're leading me into a trap, aren't you? Find the heretic's hiding place. Okay, our lights are blinking. I might lose power anytime, I don't know. Supposed to be finding where the heretics are hiding. Oh shit! Oh shit! Come on, fellas. You're all little friends here, Buckwheat. $39.50 crit, nice. Destination. Didn't expect that.
Looking for me, I presume.
Well, I am now. I wasn't originally.
The child who glimpsed the truth.
No, it cannot be.
Oh, yeah.
She cameth unto me, as didst thou. Alike in gifts, yet set upon different paths.
He speaks true, warrior Ul'dah. Like you, I have been blessed with the echo.
Okay.
Visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them. But I had no time to ponder such things once the calamity came.
Okay.
The land turned against us, and in a matter of hours, Falcon's Nest was buried under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for Ishgard.
Right.
We came to the wall, and while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. And then I was alone.
Okay.
So I set forth for Dravania. I knew full well what might happen where I found, but I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course, and not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Hraesvelgr.
Hraesvelgr, that's a Norse name if I've ever
And
heard
it was
one.
then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice and saw the truth through his eyes.
Okay.
I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people, to bring dragon and man together as they once were and should ever be.
Okay.
It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control.
Oh, so you're a pretty little person to get shock troops, but they don't listen to you. Okay.
Children taught to fear the skies, who
Yep.
Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Right.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now.
Right.
Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior, just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken and
Well,
peace restored.
so she's genuinely good if misguided. Yep, she gonna die.
We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
We? We? Mistress Baldwin, praise Helone, you are alive. We came as swiftly as we could, but I see we are too late. So they were lurking in the cellar of this farmhouse. 'Tis a pity Lady Iceheart escaped, but we must not let that detract from your accomplishment. We have them on the run. You have dealt our foes a telling blow this day, my friend, and I shall see that your efforts are recognized. Establishing an outpost in so remote a location could not have been easy. Tenacious devils. Knights be not proud. Okay. The knights have matters well in hand. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and share our discoveries with Sir Redwald. Come. After tracking heretics across miles of ice and snow, I would say you're due for a few hours rest next to a warm fire. Okay. Trying to get all the map unlocking I can get done, because not only is that giving me XP, I don't like having an incomplete map. Whee! Please, splat. But I will say this. This story is just, I mean, I'm trying to find the words to properly just express it, what I'm trying to say. This story just picked right up. You know, it's not something that's dragging. It's, you know, it's been from very early on just very, very involved. Looks like the way up there. See what I mean by multiple levels? This is a very vertically oriented map. Have fun with that, fellas. Not my problem. Right, Q. What am I doing outside of Q? Lord Archwalbrell, Mistress Baldwin, full glad am I to see that you both hale and hearty. What news? You mean to say you hunted the heretics down on your own and slew them before reinforcements could arrive? By the Fury! I believe we have made great strides towards purging these lands of heretics, and I mean to say as much when I deliver my report to my father in the Holy See. As will I, Lord Archwalbrell. May it serve to remind our superiors what houses Durandare and Fortomp could achieve through continued cooperation. Indeed. I trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest? We most certainly are, my lord. During your short time with us, you and Mistress Baldwin have accomplished far more than I had thought possible. I cannot in good conscience impose upon you any longer. Pray return to Ishgard with my thanks. As you wish, Sir Redwald. We thank you for the hospitality. So if I have a flying a mount of my own, I can use it here. What kind of mounts do I have? Well, it's not letting me use it. I have to be able to have flying unlocked. So I've got to return back the expensive way. Damn it. Okay. And to the last vigil. Where were we? Here we go. Is your name Inspector Tits? Seriously? Can I report you for a horrible name? No. Well, come, Mr. Spaulding. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes, yes, you shall. And what do you have, old Artoirel? Mistress Baldwin, I would speak plain. From the first I questioned your motives and your competence. Unjustly, I now realize. Rumors have a way of growing more fantastic as they spread, when quite frankly, those surrounding you beggar belief. But Orchefort swore all stories were true. He championed your cause and begged Father to grant you patronage. And he duly listened, because for all his wisdom, he's never been able to say no to my dear half-brother, the legacy of my father's soul and discretion. Oh! Oh! So Orchefort is a royal bastard. Okay, no, a literal royal bastard, not the figurative one like Joffrey. Mother hated him, of course. Even on her deathbed, she refused to acknowledge him. And to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. And that's not the worst of it. At Camp Riversmeet, when we came upon the wounded knight, I knew immediately that one of us would have to pursue the heretics alone. An onerous task fraught with danger. And there you were, the savior of Eorzea, honored guest of House Forton, my new comrade in arms, Orchefort's dear friend. I told myself it was to be a test, but part of me hoped that you would fail. You accepted the task without a word of protest, nor any sign of fear. And you duly tracked that enemy down, faced him alone, and lived to tell the tale. Plainly, Orchefort had the right of it all along. Though I doubted your strength, bespeaks mine own weakness. But I will not doubt you again, Mr. Spaulding. On that you have my word. And I gotta go do the other side of the quest line now. Now where's the airship? And Madeleine is taking his manservant. I have the okay. Are you ready to depart, madam? The airship bound for Camp Cloudtop will be leaving shortly. The Sea of Clouds.
Upon an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Sid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, would come to call Eorzea home. Into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds. A frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore.
And when the magic that's keeping everything afloat runs out, is everybody fucked?
Within the sea of clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, she came.
Annie Madeleine. Awfully cold up here. I mean, Kurthus may not be blessed by the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it seems positively balmy. And of course, our hero is wholly unperturbed. You don't have to maintain that strong, silent persona all the time, you know. Never mind. We just need to find Lady French name. She is in charge of the garrison here. Oh, when we find her, just follow my lead, yes? Excellent. Okay. You want to take the credit for my work so you can score some tail. Oh, I see. Never eat soggy waffles. And this is a full-on again. And as he was told, his last name is Raylan, not Rylan. Okay, so I'm riding. So I'm getting a leg up from a friend of mine. Early access to the second Aetheryte here in the Sea of Clouds, or as a lot of the people here in the free company call it, the Sea of Bullshit, because apparently this place is a royal pain in the ass to get around. Especially if you're like me and don't have flying. That is one big ass Aetheryte. Now, there is... Okay, so that was a gift from a friend, Full-on Raylan, the one who's done a bit of tanking for me. He got me out here faster. All right, we really appreciate that, because this place is a big, hairy, nasty pain in the ass. Let's see what my time frame is. Okay. Starting to understand why people call this the Sea of Bullshit. Oh, we're getting out the so slow compared to what I'm used to. Apparently you can get one of those as a summonable minion. Right, so let's help. Let's go help the younger son score. Mistress Baldwin, welcome. I am Sir Laniate, or Sir French name de Leonard, commander of the forces stationed here at Camp Cloudtop. Strange though it may sound, I have long dreamed of meeting you. I am in your debt, you see, and shall ever remain so. Were it not for you, my younger brother Francel would have been executed on the word of a false inquisitor. Ah, alas, a knight must go where duty demands, and thus I have been unable to seek you out. But by the grace of Helone, I have been granted an opportunity to thank my brother's savior in person, and to call upon her generous aid besides. Truly, I know not what I have done to deserve this double blessing. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you again, my lady. You cut an elegant figure as always. A steel-clad rose, equally at home in the battlefield or in a ballroom. Lord of Manolaine, if it is not too much to ask, I should be grateful if you would allow me to finish speaking with her. In other words, she just told him to shut the fuck up. Camp Cloudtop was established to provide early warning of impending Dravanian incursions. The high elevation afforded by the floating isles makes it ideal for this purpose. Naturally, it also makes us a ready target for attack. We are not defenseless, however. The Protector, our largest and most advanced airship, is capable of downing all but the mightiest dragons. As you may have noticed, it is currently undergoing repair. What is worse, our efforts have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu Vanu, with whom we have had several skirmishes already. No beastman is a match for a man of Ishgard. Bring me a birdman and I'll show him a thing or two. I fear much and more may be asked of you in the days to come, Mistress Baldwin. You can tell he wants to score with her. She has no time for his shit. While I understand Count Edmund's intentions, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring that the young lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. In other words, she wouldn't break any tears if he got trampled to death. True, it's entirely possible he may learn something from this experience, but if left to his own devices, I think it far more likely he will make a mess of things. Tell him I would like him to keep watch for Dravanian outflyers. Then, when you have a moment to speak to his manservant in private, make it clear that it is his responsibility to keep a Manolaine from shirking his duty. So I've got to go scare a little boy. A request from the lady? Why didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing here but a few yards away. Oh, never mind. What is it? A mission? Yes, of course. That is why I am here. I shall do as my lady asks. Mistress Baldwin, I do not believe I have properly introduced myself. My name is Honoroy, and I serve at the pleasure of Lord of Manolaine. The lady would have me accompany Lord of Manolaine on its mission? I understand completely. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. Oh, they're out of your hair. Were he of another house, mayhap I would not feel so obligated to go to such lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him for me. It would seem he actually listens to you, at least more so than others. Or mayhap you are more skilled at this than most. I suspect you have had to humor your fair share of difficult men before. Again, stuff I don't need because it's out level. This is level 50. This is level 50 gear that's supposed to be a stopgap. The more ignorant business. Now that Amana Lane is out of harm's way, we are free to discuss matters of actual import, such as our struggles with the Vanu Vanu. We first encountered the Vanu several years ago, when we had just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we had received permission to construct a permanent lookout post. There was peace between our peoples for half a year, until suddenly, for reasons unknown, their attitudes towards us changed. They began to attack our foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on supplies flown in from Ishgard. But words are no substitute for first-hand experience. Go see Sir Mariel, or Mariel. She could use your assistance. What do you have for me, lady? Oh, another human. Mistress Baldwin, I presume. The lady told me you were coming. I tell you've never faced a Vanu before? Well, spend enough time on patrol and you're sure to cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are native to the Floating Isles. I say birdmen, but they're not at all like the Ixal, unless that Ixal's mother was a Gigas. Here, let me mark several locations on your map. If you discover any Vanu in these areas, kill them or drive them away. So I'm basically being told, go out, go kill. Alright, you want faces wrecked? We can wreck faces. Thought I'd drop my friend Misha, or Krendo on his character Misha hand, seeing him there. Standing watch, let's see. Hostile presence, Vuknoli and not Noli Gundu. Oh dear! These things are a bit more sturdy than the level 50 stuff down at... than the level 50 stuff down on the ground. You know, pre-Heavensward stuff. That actually hurt. That actually hurt like a bitch. You steel yourself for a mighty struggle, yet find no Vanu lying in wait. There are Vanu up there. And do we join? Oh, there is no fight to be joined up here. There's just no fight. Not my circus, not my monkeys, not my problem. What do we have here? A hostile presence, okay. Now back to the report back to Marielle. But I can see, with how big this place is, that the reports of it being bullshit are going to be, unfortunately, true. Oy vey. And I've got quest chains here. Yay! Now I can tell you for truth, we are further than I have ever been in this game before. I have not seen what we're seeing now. I will admit, now that I think about it, I did actually have done the whole bit yesterday where Nanamo got poisoned. I did go through that in the past once. I got as far as getting inside the Fortomp Manor. I remember that clearly now. But that's as far as I ever got. So we're doing stuff I've never done before. This is new content for me. Finished with your patrol? Anything to report? Maybe it was too much to hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I can take solace in the fact that Halone has blessed us with a mighty ally. Yes, now bless me with some money. Okay, sense of urgency. Accepting your recent clashes with the Vanu, it cannot have escaped your notice that things here are rather peaceful, to the detriment of our garrison's discipline. Despite being built as an observation post, we have yet to record a single intrusion by the Horde. That is why, as far as everyone is concerned, Camp Cloudtop is a backwater of no significance. And of course, the pride of our camp, the vaunted Protector, is in a perpetual state of needing repairs. So even were the Holy See to come under Dravanian attack, we would be unable to fly to their aid. Simply put, Mistress Baldwin, this is where ambition comes to die. If you have an aspirations for advancement, you'd be right at home. However, I would like to think that enthusiasm can be just as contagious as apathy. If you'll indulge me, I would have you seek out the sentries and stoke their fighting spirit. Psych them up, you might say. So, what you're telling me is this is the Siberian front. The place where people are stationed, or this is the United States military equivalent of being assigned to Alaska or to the Antarctic. Ye gods, where did that come from? Fine, if you insist, I'll make an effort to be more alert. But really, I fail to see the point. We're hundreds of miles away from the front line, which is just the way I like it, thank you very much. That looks like the Yata dance from that old meme from like 2002. What? What is it, the Horde? By the Fury, whatever possessed you to do that? I'm awake, worry not. After the shock you just gave me, I'll not sleep for a fortnight. Oh. Oh, I gotta... As you wish, my lord. Should I spy an outfly? Okay. Hello there, old girl. Slain any Vanu champions yet? No? Oh, well, let me know when you have so I can make myself presentable for the... No, it literally says snore. Oh, but I'm about to catch hell for this. Is it an attack? What should we do? What should we do? I mean, you're like Keenan Ivory Wayans, and I'm gonna get you, sucker. They're shooting! They're shooting! Is it racist of me to quote that movie? Well, if it is, I won't do it again. You had me fooled there for a moment, old girl. An amusing jest, albeit a tad cruel. Surely you must realize how unsuited I am to the monotony of mere sentry duty. Yet still you tempt me with a promise of excitement? No, that won't do. That won't do at all. She will give me a grand mission as befits my station. And you being here to be a pain in the taint is going to get in everybody else's way, and you're going to get people hurt because of your stupidity. And you're going to claim that it isn't your fault, like every single ensign newbie ever does. Many thanks, Mistress Baldwin. Already I can see a change in our sentry's behavior. Beg your pardon. Lord Amanolaine said what? Ha ha, well. I have no doubt the Lady French name will do her utmost to oblige him. Sir Muriel fears what might become of Lord Amanolaine's newfound ambition. If Lord Amanolaine is going to demand a more dangerous duty, I suspect that Lady Laniate will want you to accompany him. As you might as well speak with her sooner rather than later. There's no use avoiding the inevitable. Got that right. You know, this is basically go here, kill this, go here, talk to these people. But if you look at the story, there's purpose to it. Mistress Baldwin, Lord Amanolaine just informed me that mere sentry duty is beneath him. I understand we have you to thank for this epiphany? Ah, shit. Well, there's nothing for it but to give him something more demanding then. Can I count upon you to keep him safe? Yeah, I'll keep the idiot safe. Excellent. We are in constant need of fresh water in Camp Cloudtop, as there's no underground sources that we can tap with wells. However, there's a unique variety of crystal, which we've recently discovered may enable us to obtain water through other means. These spring crystals can be found in Siran, to the east of here. I would have you and Amanolaine bring one back to us. You may have to contend with feral beasts which populate the lakes, not to mention Vanu scouts ranging from the nearby settlement. Of course, that all pales in companion to keeping the young lord entertained. But you have doubtless grown accustomed to that by now. Good luck and be safe. Lady Laniate told you to tell me about my mission once again? If I didn't know any better, I'd swear she's avoiding me. Anyway, what is it? Finally, it's about time she entrusted me with a mission of real import. Right then, let's go, let's go. You, dear boy, are going to get yourself killed. And I'm going to have to explain to your daddy why you died being an idiot. Exactly, Crendo. Exactly. You are absolutely 100% correct. And this game presents it well. At least so far. So this is Vorsian's Serran of Legend? A nary a Vanu in sight. How disappointing. I could do with some sport. I know. Why don't you and I make it a competition? Whoever finds a superior specimen wins. Honorite shall judge our entries on size, purity, and, say, aesthetic sensibilities. Let us begin at once. This guy is a friggin' idiot. Oh. You're probably wondering what you just saw on your screen there, Mom. You and Fan are now moderators in my channel. So if somebody's coming in saying some racist or Nazi bullshit, you can mute them. Or you can kick them out of channel. I'm going to pay for doing that. Well, this is going to go quick. Now, back in the day, when the bulk of people doing this only had access to their level 50 quest gear and maybe a level 40-something weapon, that fight would often take 2-3 times that amount of time. Now, I would ask that you only pull out the mute or ban hammers if somebody is getting on everybody else's nerves, or if somebody's saying something that really bothers someone else. Now, you count as someone else, so if you're being bothered, feel free to shut somebody right up. There you are. I didn't know which way I was facing for a while. Okay. We're making a good clip. We're doing well. But remember what I said. We're all around level, or item level 110 plus here. We have well over what we need to survive and thrive in here. That being said, that's why we're pulling so many at one go. Why we're killing the bosses so quickly. Back in the old days, while we still did sizable pulls, not nearly like we're doing here. Now, the old trick used to be to pull this group up to the cannons and let the cannons take care of them. Can't aim the cannon that way. I couldn't point my cannon because your cannon was in the way. But we're killing things so quickly we're not even bothering with most mechanics. We're not dealing enough damage that we have to, and we're killing them so quickly they often don't get to their harder phases. Because most boss fights have what's called a phase, or phases, where at a certain amount of HP you'd go into a specific attack pattern. And below that, a different one, and so on and so forth. And we're good. Hello, Zero again. Oh, Oh, ain't that cute? Ow. I'm being sloppy. Okay, we got him down. Oh no, we gotta fight these ones here? Okay. Oh, I feel like an idiot. Can't really pull the enemies back to us this time, can we? And we're almost done. Now we've got Livia Sasunius. Please don't pop them yet. God damn it. Oh shit. Got her. Okay. Now it's just the final boss fight. And done. Oh, we got more help from Satan again. Again, I joke, but the character's name was Hellel0, and Hellel spelled like that is the Hebrew name that became transliterated in the Latin version of the Bible and to what we know now as Lucifer. Okay, now it's been 2 hours, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it off for now. Want to stretch my legs, play something else for a while. So, thank y'all very much for watching. Like, follow, and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. That is, like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, follow if you're on Twitch. This has been Harmony Muse. Thank you and have a good one. I'll be back around midnight with Dark Souls 3 for my Twitch people.